you with us on this Tuesday morning. Gosh, it's September already. Where'd all the fish go besides my boat? Communication Workers of America, Alliance for American Manufacturing, BioGreen Clean, the iSave team bring you this Ed Schultz news and commentary. I wake up this morning and I don't know how much attention this is going to get, but it does play in to these right-wing conservatives in the House who are trying to defund Planned Parenthood. The Pope Francis, is now saying that he is going to allow Catholic priests to forgive women and welcome women who have had abortions. Now, this is a massive change within the Catholic Church, and how this is going to reverberate through the Congress, I'm not quite sure. But there's a group of psychos who are saying that we can't fund Planned Parenthood because obviously they're morally against it. They think it's wrong, that federal funds shouldn't be going to that. But this is all being connected to the possibility of another government shutdown. And when they come back from recess, working hard in their district, they're going to have 12 days, basically, 12 working days before the October 1st deadline of funding the government. The question is, how far are they going to go with this, or is this just a bargaining chip? I mean, they put together quite an effort. A group of 18 conservatives have told Speaker John Boehner, told him in late July that they wouldn't support any legislation that continues to fund Planned Parenthood. And if this gains steam, who knows how many more will jump on board. But the polling shows right now across this country that most Americans would blame the Republicans for a government shutdown, as they did back in 2013. For more on all of this, let's go to Tim Ryan, Congressman from Ohio, great friend. He is a member of the House Budget Committee. What are you doing?
And I'm a proud Catholic.
Well, I guess I did lead with the right comment. What do you? I mean, seriously, doesn't this play into their conversation? I mean, this causes them a little rift, doesn't it?
Well, absolutely. I mean, you think about Cruz over the last few years trying to shut the government down to prove his point, raise his profile, move himself into a leadership position within the Tea Party, and now he's got an opportunity, and House Republicans have an opportunity to make this an issue. I think they're playing with fire. I mean, I don't want to say I'm glad they're doing it, but I will tell you, you look at the political situation in a place like Ohio, where you have moderate Republican women, independent men and women who are pro-choice. I mean, who don't support abortions, but don't really want Uncle Sam sitting in the doctor's office with them when they're having a situation, when they're pregnant, or preventative care and all the rest. Those voters are so turned off by this kind of radicalism that I think, it may boost Ted Cruz in Iowa. This stuff may help, Scott Walker, who was on the shows this week talking about how he already has defunded Planned Parenthood in Wisconsin. That may play well in a very conservative Iowa primary or New Hampshire primary, but it is a death knell for these guys as they get into the general election.
How do you think Boehner, who is also a Catholic, going to play this? What does this mean?
Well, he's a very conservative Catholic, we finally, or I feel like I finally got a pope that speaks more to my beliefs, than John Boehner's. But I think, again, Ed, we've had this conversation many times. I mean, he is really getting led around by the nose by the Tea Party. And I think, the Tea Party in the House is going to push this very hard. And there will be a number of moderate Republicans who can't go against it. They don't want the pro-life community coming out against them in a Republican primary because that's a big block of votes for them. And so they'll go along to get along and be very quiet and tepidly support it.
Yeah.
And there'll be maybe a handful of Republicans who go back and forth on the pro-choice, pro-life issue that may vote against it and may be reasonable.
So we could be...
At the end of the day, it passes.
At the end of the day, it passes. Okay.
Passes the House, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, okay. So, but it's going to go to the wire on a government shutdown. I mean, there's not going to be any deal done 3 days beforehand. This is going to go to the wire, isn't it? They're going to push this emotional card all the way to the finish, don't you think?
I think so. I don't know how they've got themselves backed into a corner here. I mean, you probably saw that poll a few weeks ago. Like, one of the most popular groups and organizations in the country, Democrats, Republicans, this group, that group, is Planned Parenthood.
Yeah.
I mean, they're just,
it doesn't have to make sense. Yeah.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah.